Hi, I'm Clint, and tonight we're having a one-on-one shot with Phil, one of our players in our D&D campaign that's going on YouTube right now.
Yep.
First off, thank you for taking the time to sit down and answer some questions.
Of course, absolutely.
So, let's do the easy lob here. What do you enjoy about playing D&D?
Number one, it's for sure going to be the therapeutic aspect of it. It's not anything different than a lot of people, but there is absolutely a therapeutic component to D&D for me. I only started playing about a year and a half, 2 years ago. And in that time, I have seen growth in myself. My wife has started playing, who you'll see later on, and she has grown. Just being able
Like
to,
an inch or two, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, she's young, but not that young. That was creepy. She's 38. Let's
Oh,
be
that
clear.
was a joke. That was a
38.
joke.
Huh. No, the growth in myself and the characters that I create, definitely one of my favorite things.
All right. Let's follow it up with what do you, as a player, enjoy bringing to the table?
Probably, I want to say creativity. We're all creative, but I'm creative in a different way, just like everybody else is creative in a different way. I'm going to bring more of the, not necessarily in this campaign, the humor in my characters for some other campaigns that I have. And then being able to bring a little bit of mystery and uh, misdirection, I think is really good. My backstory for this character is extremely thought out, as you know, and it's going to be really interesting being able to see that evolve throughout the campaign.
Nice. What inspired you to play this character? I mean, you play generally like the funny guy
Yep.
or like um kind of like the sometimes like almost like a gentle giant kind of character
Yeah.
in some of them.
Yeah.
Why in this one is this is the choice?
So, like you said, the funny character. I mean, I have Sturban Kigal, and Mlem and Cooter,
Classically trained.
of course, for my other campaigns. And then, of course, Akiva was a little bit more serious, but he was definitely a gentle giant. This one is a little bit more of me, for sure. This is much like, Jeremy mentioned, it's definitely a reflection of myself. Certainly the deeper aspects of myself. And I'm an open book, so you will learn a lot about me as you learn more about Cassius. So I really leaned into that therapeutic aspect of this, uh, and I think that that's going to come across pretty evidently.
I like I like to think that like when people play their characters, they're the light that shines through like the filter that is their
Absolutely.
characters. And so like there's always an element of each
Right.
person in their character, but I would say that the film for this character is pretty thin.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, it's just got enough to make it this mysterious type character.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, so we're getting a little dangerous here, but no spoilers. Of all of the locations in Drax Arcadia, why is your character a dragon's
Because you put them there. No,
No,
I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
uh,
100%.
yeah. No, honestly, it's because he, having no spoilers, a rough background, grew up in a very slummy lifestyle. And although he's a medical doctor, he's a psychiatrist, you'll learn, he definitely feels he belongs in the slummy areas of the world. And it's also a good way for him to feed off of that energy and motivates him to do what he feels he needs to do to, one, redeem himself and also to complete certain missions that he has personally.
Gotcha. Actually, that's way better than I put you there. Yeah. So, how is Dr. Cassius different than how they come across? Again, no spoilers. We're
Yeah. Uh, no spoilers.
kind of,
I can do
there's
this. I
nothing
got
different.
this.
Nothing.
No, no, he
He's
is what you see.
fucking black.
That's it. Like I said, he's very mysterious, and a lot of the characters that he interacts with either have great respect for him as a doctor, or they're absolutely terrified of him. That's a really common one, especially the people that I'm going to be playing with at the table are a little bit terrified of him. Not necessarily the damage he could do, or from a mechanic standpoint, but from a personality and an expressive standpoint, he's really unnerving. And I think the way he's different is as they get to know him and he evolves and starts to trust people, they're going to see that he's a lot more straightforward than they feel. And he's going to be a lot more helpful than he may first come across as.
Very cool. All right. So keeping that in mind and going forward with these guys, it's like I think somebody once put it as he's unsettling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
because
very
you're not
unsettling.
quite sure where you stand, where he stands, what's going on exactly at any given time. So that's I'm looking forward to see how that plays
Yeah,
out.
very unsettling.
Curveball question.
Yes.
What kind of music would Cassius listen to if he were around nowadays?
So you'll actually see exactly what he'll listen to because it's on our Discord. I actually post a lot of the lyrics to a lot of songs on Discord as Cassius that sort of mirror how he's feeling and the way that he is operating in the world, and some things that are a little bit deeper in him that you may not readily know, like I mentioned earlier. Just like anybody else, even though he's extremely old and extremely wealthy or successful, he has things inside of him that are broken, just like all of us. And he shows that through the lyrics that I put on Discord. So it's a lot of heavy metal. It's a lot of melancholy music. It's a lot of like things like Corn and um, man, so really heavy stuff like Chimera and things along those lines.
Gotcha. Not what how he looks you would think he would listen to.
No, no, because he's very professional, very suave, very 1940s successful businessman.
Very
Yes,
very leather bound books and rich
very
mahogany. Yeah,
rich
yeah,
mahogany
yeah.
is he keeps it in.
Okay. Um, that being the case, and as similar and as thin a filter as we've described this character, if you met this character in the real world, how do you think you'd get along with him?
Oddly enough, even though he's sort of based off of me, I don't think we would get along very well. He is not because he's a bad person or because of anything he would do. It's simply because I'm not a very outgoing or social person, and neither is he. And it can be very standoffish. I think that he's going to come off as very standoffish. Uh, However, it's really just insecurity, and he's very deep in thought, just like I usually am. So I think we wouldn't get along in the sense that we simply just wouldn't speak.
Hmm, interesting. Too similar.
Yeah, a little bit.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you.
Of course.
Uh, everybody, check out the Game Night Presents Drax Arcadia. It's going to be our show on YouTube, where you can see Phil playing Cassius, Dr. Cassius Gricken.
Yep.
More one-on-one shots coming with the rest of the players soon. So check back. Thank you all for watching. If you like what you saw, you know what to do and the things and the down on the on all this there. So yeah, thank you again, and remember, make every night a game night.